us are kind of in agreement that they should have just stopped the show. And I mean, again, if they announce to you guys at the live crowd, they don't even have to give details. Just say, hey, we had a terrible accident, and we're sorry, but we're going to stop the show. You know, like you said, Steve, you would have got home and found out what happened. Been like, man, a guy died.
I mean, the other thing I would say was it's a be a little tough to make that decision real time. Because they literally had whatever
minutes.
Yeah, I mean minutes to make that choice, and so they went on with it. So I mean that's a tough spot for anybody to be in to try to figure that out. But
I don't know. I think it's pretty simple. Someone that I'm close with or know very well died. Everything shut down.
Yeah,
that's my first thought. Anyway, it's just like, nah, I'm good. Like done. Like,
yeah.
If God forbid something happened to you, I'm not even in the studio with y'all. And if something happened, like we shutting down the show. Like
Austin just passed out. Well, anyway,
I just fall on my chair.
Keep it going.
Yeah, I just move his camera out of the way.
The camera just shifts over to you too, and you guys like keep on talking.
Anybody want to call his wife? No,
I'm over here shaking on the floor. Oh, help me! No,
show us.
Yeah.
No, I'm good. I'm good. Let's just, we're going to finish the show.
Yeah.
We're professionals. Let this guy just have a seizure, and we're all good. So
yeah, I mean,
it's crazy.
But there were, let's see, so there were 5 more matches after that.
Don't remember not one of them.
5?
Yeah.
You guys were talking.
No,
you guys only really remember one.
I don't remember. Like I have a great memory, and this night to this day still just.
Yeah.
I don't remember hardly. I mean,
everything was so uneventful after that.
Everybody else probably
just didn't know. Like
everybody else probably melded in, and then I mean even Taker. 2 Hall of Famers, Taker.
Yeah, I mean,
and Austin probably melded in too.
So the rest of your kind of undercard, obviously we talked about the JJ and Deborah, Val Venus and Nicole Bass, Billy Gunn versus Road Dogg. They had just broke up the New Age Outlaws. They had a match against each other. There was an 8-man tag with elimination rules against the Corporate Ministry versus the Union, which were 2 different groups, and then. Kind of your 2 co-main events, you have Triple H versus The Rock, which this goes on to be a huge rivalry.
Yeah.
After this,
Triple H Rock, and it's not for a title or anything.
No,
it's just a match. They're feuding for some reason.
Yeah. Huh. And they showed that video package. And I mean, like I said, this obviously these go on to be 2 of the top guys.
I mean, you
guys don't remember this match at all.
Your last 2 main events are literally like it's 4 Hall of Famers.
Yeah,
and that's like the way it went down. You guys don't even like whatever. All those guys didn't want it. They didn't want to be there anymore.
No, it's definitely not one of their best matches because these guys had some really good matches later down the road. But even watching it back.
I think they even said that they don't remember. It was a terrible match because they both knew they were just out there. They wanted to get out of there.
Yeah,
they just wanted to get out, but we didn't know about it. So you got to put on a good show, or it's going to get booed out the building.
And then they do the video package for Stone Cold versus Undertaker, who again 2 really good guys. Steve, you said this is kind of the next thing you remembered. After the accident.
You all right there? Do we need to stop the show?
No, I'm good.
Oh, okay.
Good.
I just want to make sure.
Wheel him out.
Yeah.
He asked you a question, just so you know.
What was the question?
Just you said this Austin Taker match was kind of the next thing that you remembered after the incident.
That's that's the only thing that I remember from. I think the only highlight of that match is I remember. I don't even know if this is correct. I remember Undertaker throwing Stone Cold through like some glass or something. That's it. Like I don't know who won that match. I don't know. I remember the glass breaking and Stone Cold coming out, and then the Undertaker was in the ring, and that's it. I don't know who won the match. I don't have any idea. Like everything was uneventful.
Yeah.
Like again, because those dudes. I don't blame those dudes for putting on what we consider a trash match. Man, they did the best they could given the circumstances.
Yeah.
Like so. In hindsight, they probably put on a 5-star match, like knowing what they know.
Yeah, that's true.
How does it feel to be on this show, which is here at Hy-Vee Arena, Kemper Arena? How does that feel? I mean, to you guys? I mean, whoever thought that 21 years later you'd be a DJ Showtime here, talking about it, and too many DJs in the house.
DJ, yeah, it's
DJ Day.
DJ Day.
Yeah.
I'm a part of history.
Mm-hmm.
No matter if it's good or bad. Sometimes I feel like I'm celebrating something that I shouldn't be, but it's a part of history, and to know that it's a little special, I guess. Sad, but I mean, how many of us can have this, opportunity to say that, hey, I was there.
Mm-hmm.
There was only 17,000 people in the world that were actually here, and I wish we were a little closer to the action to know what was going on. But like I said, you're only 17. You just don't even think about it. What about you, Steve?
Thanks.
Plugging you, yeah.
I know. I don't know. I got mixed emotions about it because I tell people that I was at this, that are wrestling fans. Like, I live here in Jacksonville now, and I tell people that I was there, and they're like, "What?" Like, they think it's like the coolest thing, ever. That I was at a show or Owen Hart's last show, basically, and seeing, like, I would prefer to not have ever seen anything like that. To be honest with you, I don't know. I don't like the fact that, like I said, I'll never forget him shaking in the ring the way that he did and then going lifeless. That's not something that I'd ever in my life would have wanted to ever see. I think it's cool that I got like a memory with my homie, but other than that,
I feel like an ass now.
It's kind of bittersweet.
I feel like an ass now. Like, we're kind of cool.
And I'm so happy that's been a part of that history, Marcus.
I'm sure, and I'm sure if you polled, all the fans that were in attendance that night, I mean, I'm sure it'd probably be conflicting stories. Some people are gonna, be like, yeah, it's kind of cool that I was there, and other people are like, man, I wish I wouldn't have went to that show.
Yeah.
And so I think it's great, especially for a TV show that we're doing, that two guys that were here have differing opinions, that it's not the same.
Yeah, because that doesn't make for good TV. Like
no.
If you disagree on everything.
Steve, I agree with
you. That's it.
I remember that,
let's have a big debate show. I agree with you on everything. Show's over.
We had popcorn. Me too.
Yeah.
We had nachos. I'm going to tell you why we had nachos.
There it is.
Yeah. I mean, and especially, at 17, like I said at the start of the show, going to this show, you guys would have been really excited. It would have been a big deal because of how hot wrestling was at the time, and just going on from there, and then to later find out that there was a tragedy that night, is just crazy.
Yeah, that's pretty much all you can say about that.
Yeah,
I wish I remembered more, and it's sometimes your memory makes you want to remember things that you think you saw, but
How old were you guys?
You guys would have been like 17 or 18.
Yeah, 17.
17.
Yeah, 17.
Yeah.
Crazy.
A cool 17 too.
Cool 17.
I don't know about the cool part for you.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I don't know about the cool part for you.
That's highly debatable.
Yeah.
Whoa.
I think we could pull some people from. I think we could pull some people from Grandview, and we'd get more no's on the cool part than we would yeses.
Wow.
I told you my memory's not that
good.
But
wait. For who, though? I just want the record to be straight here that while I did hang out with Marcus because I felt sorry for him, my cool factor was never higher. Like, I was like,
okay, let's just keep moving on. Yeah. You got to hear him talking about himself.
Yeah, so
I mean, I can talk about like you guys want to know some more stuff about me?
No, keep it moving.
Expose. We're doing an expose.
Yeah. So
Marcus Showtime.
6 months after this event in October, WCW Nitro was here, and his brother Bret Hart, who had joined WCW, like we said earlier, wrestled Chris Benoit, who was another Canadian. Two really good technical wrestlers. They had a match, and Bret said that he did that match as a tribute to his brother in this building. So that was kind of 6 months after this.
We never went to WCW.
We didn't do
shows.
WCW.
No,
we didn't
and
do
especially
WCW.
really.
I wish I did now. Thinking
By
about it.
October of '99, though, like the Monday Night Wars were over. WCW was terrible.
Yeah.
Kind of the height of
remember them coming
WCW
to
was like
Kansas City
96,
too much,
97.
Yeah.
What did Goldberg wrestle in?
He was WCW.
He was in. Goldberg was there at that time. That '99. He was there.
He probably would have been on that show.
He's probably
in
he was
October.
probably there. And the funny thing is, by that time, Jeff Jarrett would have been there also. So Jeff Jarrett left WWE. I think
everybody
like 3 or
was
4
leaving.
months after
What-
that, and Jarrett ended up being kind of moving toward being billed as a top guy in WCW. So it's interesting how it all kind of.
I'm going to sound dumb here. When Goldberg beat Hulk to take over the big reigns,
Yeah.
what were they wrestling in? What?
WCW.
Okay.
Yeah, WCW. So
I like all
yeah.
this wrestling terminology he just used there. The big reigns.
Took over Goldberg got the
The
championship.
big gold belt.
I went to high school with
They
Goldberg.
goofed it up. The only thing about that is that, I mean, on a side note, they goofed it because they did it on Monday night instead of doing it at a pay-per-view. So they had
Yeah.
Goldberg beat Hogan Monday night because they really wanted ratings, and they actually should have done it at like Starrcade or something like that. But whatever. I think Mankind ended up winning the title.
Yeah.
And they ended up getting better ratings than Goldberg. So it's whatever.
Yeah, it was one of the many mistakes. I mean, we could talk about how bad.
That's a whole other
WCW
show
got.
too.
Yeah.
How they
Whole
just
nother
they
show.
went from being hot to terrible.
Terrible, but yeah, I want to bring that up that Bret Hart was here 6 months later,
Wrestling Chris Benoit.
Yep, Chris Benoit, which
Benoit.
another kind of tragic story. But again, that's
You're not supposed to say his name out loud.
Yeah.
Actually.
Oh, that's right.
Like another
Wrestling.
Candy, that's wrestling's Candyman.
Yeah.
Wrestling.
Voldemort.
so-
That's wrestling Voldemort. That's what it is.
Well, but
Yeah.
yeah.
So,
Should not
Steve, you're down in Jacksonville. Why don't you kind of plug your stuff that you do with your musical bingo and all that real quick?
You just follow me on Facebook at Steve DJ7. That's DJ SE, the number 7 VEN Brown, or Instagram at DJ.SE, the number 7 VEN. I'm a real funny guy, and
Brother with a bunch of
sometimes I
followers,
put
man.
pictures of me.
Hilarious. Like
amazing.
the album covers, dude. Like hilarious. When did you do all?
Huh?
Did you do all those at the same time, or how did you do that?
Nah, I did it. Actually, I just Rona got us all strapped up in here, so
Right.
I kind of just I got bored one day and just had some denim on denim in the closet. And was like, that kind of looked like some Lionel Richie joints. So that's kind of how it started. So every day I would just try to figure out what I had in my closet, and I didn't buy anything. So apparently my wardrobe is as bad as you see. So there you go. Yeah. I had fun.
Oh, dude, super
It was
entertaining.
awesome.
Real quick
Appreciate
too.
that.
I know KC Guy. One thing coming up. I think we're
my
going to see
God.
the NFL is going to come around. I was talking to Marcus off air. Go ahead and give me your record prediction for the Chiefs this year, and how do you think they're going to finish?
He's a 49er.
He's a Niners fan. Oh, I forgot you are a Niners fan.
I was saying, why do
I'm sorry, I forgot about that. I was
Yeah.
thinking KC. I kept talking, and I hear him laughing, and I'm like, I don't know why I'm laughing. I forgot about that. I see the Niners.
Way to know
I
your
see
guess.
The Niners post.
Yeah.
Are the Niners going to make?
Yeah,
Yeah, way
good
to know the
job.
guess. That's right.
Talk
Are the
about your
Niners coming
Niners.
back to the Super Bowl this year?
Of course. Why wouldn't they? Absolutely.
Is Jimmy G the guy?
Oh yeah, I like Jimmy G. See, Jimmy G, He got us to the Super Bowl. Why is he not the guy?
Yeah, would you been I mean, I know there was like reports that the Niners were looking at Brady.